Hi, I'm Joe and I'm from Fred Films. Our 5-minute film sticks to the typical conventions of a short film by using few locations and being character-led, although we have challenged this by using a non-linear plot where we begin with the end and carry on with the story and use a montage of flashbacks. This isn't typical because films start from the start, go to the middle and finish with the end. But our film is also a closed ending because we just leave it hanging so the audience can think of whatever they want. We use the forms and conventions of a general rom-com, but we didn't like this style, so we went for a dramatical effect instead, so we became a romantic drama instead. We did this by using dramatic sounds such as static noise and pops and bangs in the park scene and various other places in the film. But the couple goes about their average daily lives doing coupley stuff such as going to the cinema, chilling at each other's houses and stuff, and crossing boundaries and obstacles where they apply, such as the bullies. We used a radio trailer and a magazine review to advertise our film. These worked really effectively because they grab the attention of the target audience. The radio trailer successfully promoted and advertised our film. It used a variation of techniques. We used a male voice to create power and authority to promote our film and stick to generic convention, as radio trailers are typically recorded by men. The male voice provided information such as the title, release date, and age certificate. We use dialogue, sound effects to intrigue our target audience, from females from 16 to 30 years old, or females from 16 to 30 years old. The magazine review is to inform and evaluate a 5-minute film. It gives a brief plot of what disaster will strike without giving too much away. We screen capture scenes from our film to entice our audience and show them what to expect if they're to see our movie. The images were of the happy couple as our characters, which reflects the genre. We made up a magazine name called Movie Guide. At the bottom of the page, provide a web address. This features our review, makes it look official. We also gave ourselves 3 out of 5 stars.
We've heard this one too many times today, Joe. Have you got something else to sing?
In the planning stages, we researched similar films that is how we developed our plot. YouTube was a great help. We found clips of camera angles. This allowed us to watch them through. Internet, the World Wide Web, is a great source of video clips and information. We use this to our advantage to research and inspire our final film, yeah. Social networking helps to organize and find our cast through Facebook messaging. We were able to schedule filming times and locations to ensure we could get the filming done. Software on Macintosh enabled us to create and edit materials for our film. iMovie, Final Cut Pro, and Adobe InDesign ensured we create a high quality product for our audience. Modern technology has vastly improved our ideas, editing of promotional materials, taking us from amateurs to professional filmmakers to make sure we create a high value final film.
Well, I thought you were brilliant, and I'd be so proud of yourself right now. I want to see you again, so I'm going to say yes.
I just didn't understand it at all.
What?
I just didn't understand it. It didn't appeal to me.
She was brilliant.
No, it's a no from me. Just go.
To get the first of our audience feedback before we actually filmed our film, we created Animatic, which was made up of digital images and sound effects and the odd bit of dialogue. So it was a digital mood board, if you will, which we made on the Mac software iMovie. We showed it to our audience and we got mixed feedback. It seemed that the male population of our audience didn't understand the whole plot, whereas the female side did get it but thought it could be improved. But the only problem we had with our animatic is that on our actual images we used several different male characters to play the boy, but this was due to casting errors and scheduling times. But other than that, people did understand it except for the male population of our audience. I think this is because our film is targeted at women, so it doesn't appeal to men as such, because anything romantic is stereotypically seen as being stupid to a man, so we think this is because of that. But from our feedback, it was said to extend our target audience to couples as well as just females. So we've taken this into consideration by adding the montage scene of the couple doing coupley things such as going to the cinema, bowling and all this. So when couples are sitting at home watching our film, they can be like, oh yeah, we've done that too, or oh, let's do that, we haven't done that for a while. But other than that, the feedback was good. Once we had filmed our film, we made a rough cut version and screened it again to the same audience. The feedback for this was a lot better this time, because I don't think the message we were trying to get across couldn't be conveyed through images. It needed moving image and more sound. Feedback we got was to intensify the park scene more though. That was the only bad feedback we got, but we knew this because of complications and things going wrong when we actually filmed this scene, because we wanted to make it more dramatic, but because of time we were unable to. And we wanted to refilm it, but because of casting errors again, we couldn't. So we left it and edited it to the best quality we could. But the good feedback we received is that people liked the editing on the montage, how it had a different colour effect to the rest of the film, which made it noticeable that it wasn't the present or the past, it was just a flashback, because we used a soft focus and we upped the colours a bit more to make it a more dreamlike effect. So from our audience feedback, we found that editing was the solution